Yeah.
I have copies of the third call. Third call, there's some one copy. Should I go somewhere and?
Yeah, you can, there is an office.
Yep.
Go down there and,
Use the other one.
Jeff, where's the milk at?
Show
where the milk at.
Yes, I do.
You got,
Don't fucking point that thing at me. You won't get it back.
Well, you just said a bad word on my tree.
Don't fucking point that at me.
my family watches this.
Yeah, my family's going to watch this.
Serena,
You know not to point it at
My
me.
little 7-year-old.
This is my favorite.
Oh yeah, come on over. Yeah.
Oh, God. God.
I want to be paid.
Oh. The price is right. The price is wrong. Now this is again, we did this with Z on Tuesday. So what he showed you, was specifically stuff with, you know, the scapula with the protraction at, 30 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees. All right, so, he basically kind of showed a way to resist. So one way is you could, as she keeps her elbow straight and push out against me. So you can kind of give resistance through here, so push. So I can resist here, and down, and push again. You feel that resistance? So that's one way to do it. Another way is you can put your hand, so somebody tell me where the scapular plane is.
30 degrees what?
30 degrees and... Okay, so with Derek standing, somebody give him the words to tell him now to move himself into the scapula. Flex your arm, okay?
Well, he's a patient. He's not a flex.
Okay.
Have
Bring your
that.
arm. Can I show him?
Yeah, you
Right,
can
so
show
bring
him.
your arm up and then come out a little bit.
30 degrees.
So, bring it down a little bit.
I'd say like right
There
here.
we go.
Here.
Can you define scaption? Can you, like, if you were going to write it? 30 degrees, you started it.
Yeah.
So you just start,
So 30 degrees,
Anterior.
anterior, I heard it, anterior to the frontal coronal plane. 30 degrees anterior to the coronal plane. So you're here, 30 degrees forward. This is scaption. It's not here to here. You arrive. You're in the scapular plane when you do that. But this is scaption that you're running in that plane. It's as though you were in the corner of a room and running your hands up the wall. Kind of good to get an idea.
Yeah. And remember, there's less stress on the glenohumeral joint in the plane of the scapula. So a lot of exercises are done in that plane. It's a safer plane to work in.
And people sometimes get confused. Scapular plane is not bringing up in front of your face. That's your diagonal pattern. Scapular plane is here, and D1 is here.
So I can move Tracy out. I'm going to have her make a fist. So another way is I could put resistance here, right at the top, and I could say, go ahead and push into my hand. Good, and down, and again push. Okay, so the starting position is with her in a protracted position, or she's here, and then she keeps her elbow extended, she pushes out. Now from this position here, if she pushes further, so they call that a push up or a push out with a plus. So you can actually go further. But technically you just really need to push out. And I wanted to press upon you guys, the resistance can be here, or the resistance can be here. Okay? Some people will actually put their hand right here on the coracoid and kind of give resistance there. I prefer to do it here or here. And then also you could do the alternating isometric. So this is a good stabilization. So hold your position, and you push down and push up. Hold. And then when they get good control of this, then you can start adding multi-directional. So I'm not even going to tell her, I'm just going to say hold. So she has to keep the scapula glued against the thorax while I give her resistance. And she's a little weak there because I want her to hold just in that position, right there. Hold. That's better.
You got it, Trace.
Now you're sorry.
No.
Okay.
I can't control it.
I think that there was, I should have asked.
It's the clock.
That is the uninvolved arm.
Okay, now, can Devon, you grab me the green. The way to strengthen is using a weight. So hold your arm out like this and go ahead and push and back. So they call the serratus the boxer's muscle because when you throw the boxing punch, I mean the boxers have strong serratus muscles, so it's just kind of a boxing type of movement, okay, without the elbow flexed. All right, and again, easier, harder. Manual resistance, I like. To me, that's the best way to do it. And then you guys want to add for that open chain? Go ahead, George. Yeah, hop right in.
I just love, I'll tell you, the serratus anterior is like the VMO of the knee. It helps to position the shoulder where you want it to be in place. It controls the shoulder growth. If you don't have a good, a serratus anterior that has good endurance, not just strength, but it has to be endurance, whether you're throwing or you're painting or you're functioning, it helps to get that scapula where it needs to be. So when you're working with these folks for serratus, they don't need to do 20 pounds. They need to do a lot of them. It needs to really, you're not going to be doing a whole lot of pushing.
Lightweight.
Yeah, lightweight, and you do a lot of reps. You can also do it with TheraBand. I want someone just to based on what she's doing there. If you're doing it, Jeffrey, if you want to do serratus from where you're standing there, how could you do it from a standing position, open chain?
Do the same movement that she did. We're able to just hold it there, and push it off.
Yep, you can wrap it around your back and do the same thing, attach it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're right. So you can do the serratus and you can do it in all different directions. And there you go.
Underneath your right
And
foot.
in order to, you know, what happens is,
Double wrap this, or wrap a little more resistance.
you're not going to do that much resistance.
Elbow straight, elbow straight.
Yeah. So the most commonly made mistake is that folks want to bend their elbow and do this, and that's not it. The elbow stays straight the whole time. So when a person has a painful shoulder, painful cuff, and they start to lift, what they end up doing is lifting with their traps, and they do that. So the serratus really isn't doing anything. So in order to really get a person to work on their serratus, you can also work, you know, if I were to have, give me your hand here, push down into my hand, kind of press down, and then keep pressing, and lift out in the way, keep pressing. So he's really working his serratus, and I'm gonna have my hand up here so I can feel that his upper traps are not firing. If we get to here, and I feel his upper traps start to fire, we come back down. Push down again in my hand, push down, good, keep lifting. Okay, there he fires, fire, okay, come back down. So you can work serratus in all different positions and planes till you get to a point of function. It's really important.
Do you guys see why? Do you guys see why though he's still working the serratus by doing this? Who knows why?
Doing scratch.
Huh?
Just doing scratch. The whole way through.
He's holding it.
Yeah, but what I mean is here's
He's holding it.
that's what I was looking for.
Upward rotation.
So you have a complementary motion. So the serratus not only is going to protract, but it's going to assist in the upper rotation. So you can do it through the motion, like Dr. King was showing. All right. So open chain with the TheraBand, with the weight, with manual resistance, supine, sitting, standing, any of those positions. You guys feel okay with those? Because you'll have to be able to demonstrate that week 11 for sure. Okay. Now, if you can, go onto your stomach for a moment. And then and I'll go ahead and come up to all fours. Okay, so in this position here, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go back to some more of the stability. Okay, so with Tracy holding this position, you know that she's isometrically contracting her triceps to hold her in this position. Her shoulders have to be firing somewhat, and if she does a little bit of a push-up around her back, now she holds that position, now she has to get her serratus. Now I can say hold, and then I can come in, and I can start, and I want you to don't let me move you. And I can start moving her body, and she has to keep that muscle contract as it contracts. Now, what's the progression from this? What would you guys do to make it more difficult? One leg, okay, so now straighten this leg out. And all the way. And now hold that position for me, okay? Protract a little bit. Come up. So hold.
Hold it.
Hold. So I give her less stability. So she's now, okay, now relaxed. So what's another way?
You put her phone
So
in
that-
her hand.
Okay. We got to fill it out.
You got to.
Nothing.
About no legs.
Okay.
You could.
And I'll put both hands here. So if I want to work both, serratus, so I can have her do this, and so it's a less stable surface. Hold. Okay, progress her leg out. Hold. And then I can say, look straight ahead. Look straight ahead. Close your eyes. Hold. Hold. So she's getting some proprioceptive input. Okay. Now relax. Okay. Now her problem is she is a she has an occupation where she helps her significant other lay tile. So she has to be on this position and she has to balance on one arm. Okay. So now take this arm up and lift it. So I want to progress her back down to something easier. Regress her. Now hold it in front of you and hold. So now she's just working one side. Lift up one leg.
Oh, he really wants her.
And relax. So, and that was the wrong way.
I know. I'm like, aren't I supposed to be balanced out here?
Yes, I'm gonna consider. So then I can bring her up here. Okay, guys, and have her go onto the pillow. One arm.
Oh god. Oh my goodness.
Hold that position. Good. So you guys can see how you can make this more difficult. Can I see the basketball?
Is it lunchtime yet?
Tracy, come on down here. Okay. So now you can progress somebody to this position where you go ahead and get on your knees. No. Arms on back. Lean forward. Okay. Come on, bring it a little bit more. Now do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so now look straight ahead. Hold, or I could perturb here. Either way. Now I want to just work her right arm because she has to do stuff with her left arm up. So bring your right arm into the middle. And now she really has to hold the position. Protract. Good. So you can see how challenging you can do this with the basketball, with a foam pad, with whatever.
Ely.
Hey,
Hit her in the face!
Baseball. Big softball.
So somebody who is high level, you have to challenge them more, right? So now I can have her use a foam roller. So go ahead and go back a little bit.
That's a perturbation right there. Holy crap. Oh, I thought you wanted to go.
And work the abs.
And hold.
Fail. I would fail.
Okay, so I can really make this hard for her by adjusting these variables. And if I wanted to go to one arm, then she goes to one arm.
Take her toes off. Toes.
She can try.
Lift your toes.
She can try.
Yeah, there you go.
Do it. My God.
And
Okay,
protract.
now
Protract. Aha.
Push her the ball.
One hand.
catch the ball.
And everybody talk at the same
I
time.
catch the ball.
Open environment.
And then if she had like a tennis ball, she can go to one arm.
Make her hold her breath.
And now she has a tennis ball, and she can play catch with a tennis ball or a ball. Wild. So I mean, you can progress in very, very high level stuff.
That's cool.
Now sit on her back.
Donkey camp. Now, who can show me how to do exercises with a ball against a wall?
The wall, just the same way, just pushing into.
Okay,
Adriana, go ahead and try it.
You're the
He's
therapist.
the therapist. How to do it.
I think I go ahead and try it.
Instruct your patient how to do
For the same, right?
So this is for serratus.
You looking?
He's nervous.
Once you turn around, I can say, oh no.
Do you like your therapist talking like that?
You watch it.
Put it against the wall. The wall next to the treadmill.
The white one.
And put your hands closer. And now put your feet a little wider. And push and round your back out. One. And again. Round it out again. Okay. So the objective is for her to hold that ball stable. So now you can even have her hold one arm. Okay? So again. And I could come in and I could say hold that position, hold it right there.
With the one finger.
Oh my.
Hold.
Miley.
Hold.
Oh.
It's a tough exercise. All right. So with her standing in this position, if someone has winging, what would you see? Say someone's going to have winging of the right scapula. What would you describe it to me?
It's protruding.
The medial border. Okay, so the
Medial
medial
border.
border
It's protruding,
would be.
sticking out, winging out.
Trotting out towards you, coming out.
That's right. So it pulls. So
Lifting
they call
off.
this the medial border or the vertebral border. Okay, so you're going to see that with this position. Exercises you could do is hold yourself straight. Now push out. Just round your back. One. And back in. And bring your arms down a little bit more. And push out. And again. And push out. Good. So as she gets better with this, what's my next position to have her go to?
Single arm?
No. I still want to work the straightest, but I want to change body weight and gravity.
On the
Not yet. There won't be two. Modify. So somebody show her how to do modified plank.
You're whispering about
The same thing right there.
You're not the therapist.
Round your round out.
No, we're all therapists.
Release. And round.
So what have you heard this called, or if you're in a complete push-up position as you progress to the decline? What have you heard this called? Push-ups with a plus.
To the plus.
Added push right now.
Push-ups with a plus.
This is the first.
So do a push-up.
Never heard of it.
Get your feet a little further.
What are you doing?
So like what Tracy was on her.
Good. Straighten your elbows. Now do your plus. Now over push and round your back.
It's one rep. You got 5 more to go.
Yeah.
Push up. And again, plus.
That ain't nice before.
Push up. Plus. Push up.
Chest, shoulders, serratus.
And you're watching, of course, for the if the person has their shirt off or has a top like Tracy that you can see, you're watching for synchrony of the scapula to see if there's any fasciculation, to see if the movement is even on both sides, to see if there's any leaning of the scapula, any discomfort during the motion, how quickly she fatigues, if her concentric or eccentric is stronger or better. You're assessing as she's going through this exercise.
All the way down. Do a regular push up. And when you come up, that's when you do the cat thing. But just
More
on your
with your upper
shoulder.
back.
On your foot.
More with your upper back. So Tino, put your hand on his low back. Keep his butt down.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Is this where it is? Go down. Go down.
This is your whole
Go
week.
And notice they do
It's a little better. It's a little
Yeah,
better.
you were doing a lot of. You were doing a lot of.
Tracy over
this.
here.
You're doing a lot of
Oh.
moving.
A lot.
Yeah, a lot of moving.
As usual.
What?
Yeah, come on, Bert.
Oh, please.
And this is motor control.
I'm very
Do it
visual.
again, but what you can see with their scapula is, are they moving again? Are they coming the same distance away from the spinous process? Are they moving at the same time? Go ahead and go back down. If she goes fast, it's going to be easy to miss it. So slower motion, same thing when you're watching someone scap. If you're having them do scaps and watching the same thing, have them perform the motion slowly so you can watch for any catch-up.
You did it wrong. The wider.
No, because
You
she
have
showed
to
it
be
really
at
well
least
with the
shoulder
wider.
width apart when you do it. You're not going to be able to do it.
You
so
never
much
got push
with
up.
narrow.
No, but no, with the serratus thing.
It's just an extra push.
No, I get your.
You can afford those
Good, man.
Right?